Hey, it's me Naomi, and it's been a while since I have made a video, I think over a year in fact, but today I'm going to be doing the uni tag. Okay, so the first question is, how old are you and what year are you in? I am 20 and I am in the first year of uni. Second question is, what uni are you in and why? I'm currently at Bournemouth University. I'm in the room right now that I live in. And the reason was, I applied twice for uni. The first year I just decided not to go, and the second year I came here because I applied for Bristol and Bournemouth, and I both went for like visits there, and this one stood out the most to me, and obviously it's still by the seaside. And then the next question is, do you live away from home? Obviously I do, being in Bournemouth when originally I'm from Cornwall Red Roof. Which then brings us on to the fourth question, which was, were you prepared to leave the nest? It's kind of like yes and no, because I was 19 when I left and I had my birthday since being at uni, but the first year that I applied, obviously straight after college, I applied because that's what everyone else was doing, but actually when it came to closer to the time, I went against it and just wasn't ready, and that's perfectly fine. Obviously you get people that loads of years later that decide they want to go uni, which actually is really great that you can still go and do that despite your age. But like obviously this time around I was like, well, I should probably do it this time instead of pulling out again. So in some sense, yes, I was definitely ready to fly the nest, but at the same time it's very daunting once you get here and your parents have to leave you behind. The fifth question is, what do you think about your roommates? So I live in Student Village, which I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard of it, but it's basically a housing village where students live. So in the second and third year you tend to get a house of your own, you rent it and stuff. This is pretty much the same, but it's through the uni and you're a lot more united, and you obviously don't get to choose your roommates. I currently live with 4 other people. At the start of the year there was 4. It was wonderful, they're all lovely, as everyone should be. And then obviously come Christmas, the only girl housemate alongside me left because she obviously didn't feel like, happy at uni, which is fair enough. And then we've only recently got another lady to replace her, and she seems really lovely too, so I've not really had any issues, to be honest. I'm a bit of a neat freak though, so I feel sorry for everyone that has to live with me. I do get a bit naggy sometimes, but yeah, that's just because I got slight OCD. Just a slight. This is my favourite question. Number 6 is, what meal do you cook the most? Anyone that knows me knows that the answer is pizza. Literally could live off that. The little mini ones, or even the big ones with the stuffed crust. This is a good question. Number 7, when were you last in the library? Number 8 was favourite uni moment. I've had a good few favourite memories, but the one that really clearly stands, which is a traditional of the normal uni lifestyle, was one time I was coming back from our student pub with a group of people that live in my village, and we spotted 2 trolleys from Sainsbury's, which I don't even know where the nearest Sainsbury's is. It's obviously not too far, but there was these 2 trolleys, and obviously we were bit drunk, so thought it'd be fun to one of my friends hopped in the trolleys and we pushed them all the way to our housing area. Yeah, and it ended up actually inside our house at one point. I'm not gonna say any more. Number 9 is, what is your go-to uni look? So I literally wake up, I'd either have my hair plaited the day before or straightened the day before, so I either brush it if it's straightened, or literally just get up, take my plaits out and head off to uni, to be honest. And the final 10th question is, what advice would you give to an upcoming fresher? So personally, I'm technically still a fresher because I'm in my first year, but the first term I definitely, even the first 2 weeks we had Freshers Week where you go crazy, you're always out, you're meant to be always out, and like you have all the events on at the bars and like, in the uni, and it was really good. I met so many people because everyone was so keen to get to know each other, but literally come like the next month everyone found their little cliques, and weren't as, I mean, I wouldn't say they're not as friendly, but they weren't as like, you know, trying to get out there and get to know everyone. So I definitely try and find a good group of friends to continue a year on with. Like luckily with me, my production group and stuff, and I mean a few people around here, you know, I still like speak to them and stuff. But yeah, definitely I got close with my production group, which obviously I had lessons with every day. So I definitely, you know, be yourself. I mean, don't force it, don't try and hunt and like be friends with me, but I mean, you know, make sure that you put yourself out there and, you know, continue on even past Freshers Week to like go out and make time for your socialism. Obviously you're here to go uni, so make sure you study, but I mean, if you're anything like my course, you do have a lot of free time, and don't waste it. Go and do things. Anyway, so I guess that's the end of my video. It's kind of nice to be back. Very nervous about making this video, which is not right for me, because it's, you know, I used to do vlogs all the time, but you know, I fancied it seeing as I've got a New Year's resolution given by my boyfriend to make at least 24 videos this year, which collates to like 2 a month. I mean, I've got to stick to that because probably summer I'll probably do loads, but yeah, I just fancy doing a tag for once. Yeah, so anyway, that is the end of my video, and I shall end this in my normal fashion. Bye bye guys. I'm not a big fan of thin crust though. I can't deal with that, or like thin pan or whatever they call it. I mean, I'll eat it, but I'll like roll it up so it's like a what are those rolled pieces called? I'm gonna have to Google it. A calzone. Didn't even have to Google it. There's a calzone. Yeah.